This is how I left my job. This is how my mother is making money online right now. My mother, she's 60 years of age and she's able to make money doing this. We've had people come through, make 1K profit using this business model in their first month. Like in your first month to even make any profit is good in any business model. So we've had some really good results. As you can see, they're bouncing around the screen. We've had some really good results with guys who've actually tried this as well. It's the 19th of December when I'm making this video, and I'm going to bring you through the exact business model that has given me financial location freedom in the last 2 years. It's been an amazing journey, and we're just coming to the end of Q4. We're dealing with refunds and customer issues. That's all we're dealing with now. The orders have slowed down, but we hit record months this Q4. It's been absolutely amazing. So you can see some of the stores up above, like the type of results that they've been getting is insane. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you through the business model that we actually use, and at the end I'm going to show you how to automate it. I'm going to show you how to automate the whole system so that you can get sales in your sleep and you can pay someone else to do all the work for you. And I'm going to run you through it very plain and simple. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it doesn't cost a lot of startup money, and yeah, I'm going to get straight into it. But throughout the video, if you have any questions, drop me a message on Instagram. If you're interested in this type of business, arrange a call and maybe you can jump into the community and join the guys who are already doing unbelievable months. So I'm going to jump into it. This is the EcomEdge business model. This has been very good to me, and it's very good to a lot of other people, although it is shied upon. Not a lot of people actually go this way. They go for Shopify, they end up losing all their money, and then they end up quitting 2 months in because they either run out of money or they don't have no idea what they're doing. Right, so we use platforms that are already available. You begin with no experience. A lot of people that I've seen do this didn't even use a laptop before this. They couldn't even use a laptop. And my mother's 60 years of age. She's never done anything with e-com. She didn't even understand what it meant. She was able to make sales doing it before she even understood what it was she was doing. So free organic platforms. We use eBay, Etsy, and Marketplace. There's no ad spend. There's a little learning curve. Like the platforms literally tell you what to do. They tell you what the next step is. Okay, now you need to add photos. Now you need to add the product. Now you need to add the pricing. Like it literally tells you what to do. That doesn't happen with Shopify, okay? You need a step-by-step video on how to do Shopify, right? You could do this without any guidance. Now, a lot of people I see try to do this with guidance. They just don't have the tips and tricks to do it themselves, right? They don't have the little things that can set you from like making the odd sale to making consistent sales every day. You can't really get that unless someone actually shows you or you have the guidance. So product selection. It's free to list anything on these platforms. So on eBay, Etsy, and Facebook Marketplace, Etsy is kind of a more handmade products. eBay is kind of like bits of everything. And Facebook Marketplace is literally bits of everything. But it's free to list everything. You can list hundreds of products on each platform for free. There's no point in holding back. You might as well test everything. Product selection should be very broad. There's 35 guys in the group, and I know all their stores. I know like what they have on each store because I check them every single week and I give them feedback. Out of all those 35 stores, nearly everyone has different stores, different things on the stores. There's loads of products out there. There's loads of niches. There's loads of everything you can tap into. So it's free to list everything. Why not test everything? There's some guys like find a winning product and I'm like, whoa, I would have never ever have thought of that. Okay, so finding profitable products, make sure they're profitable as well. Don't list something that like you're not going to make any money off. You know what I mean? This is a business at the end of the day. This is to put money in your pocket, not to just like get a sale for the fun of it. It needs to be like there for a reason. AI powered shortcuts. We have the best shortcuts for these platforms in EcomEdge. Like we literally have tools that will list the product for you. We've got SEO tools. We have photo editing tools, everything. We have basically everything we need, and it's only going to get bigger and better. I'm actually working on an AI bot that will work all three platforms in one go. So we'll be definitely doing a video on that. Customer places order. So after we're listing products, we find products, customer places order. The order processing, we usually leave 3 to 5 days for order processing. So it gives us time to get the tracking number from the supplier. And then we go ahead and give the tracking number to the platform, and supplier ships to customer. Can take 1 to 2 weeks. Coming from China, that's just the time it is. Once you specify it on these platforms, it's not going to have a big effect. Like if people see how long it's going to take and they make the order, that's on them, right? Profit collection. So platform auto pays out. So after whatever, how much time it is on the platform, some are different. They will pay you out. Except for Facebook Marketplace, that money goes straight into your bank. I actually did an experiment last year where on Marketplace, I basically wanted to see if I could get a sale in order to pay for dinner. And I did. I literally went on, started messaging people just while I was waiting for the missus to get dressed, and messaging people. And then I made a sale, which was $60 in profit. So that was the dinner paid for. Like, just in the palm of my hand. Didn't have to come out of my bank account. So the platforms pay you out, and it's all tracked in platform, your profits, everything. It makes things so much easier. How to scale the business, right? So this is the easy process of it. It's setting up the business. It's setting up your stores. How do we scale it? How do we take it to 3K, to 10K a month, and so on? We need to expand to new markets. So for me, Australia worked really, really well. Also, the US worked really, really well. Okay. There's different countries do well, and different platforms do well in other countries. So Etsy and eBay are really good in the US. 80% of all my orders, wherever I have a store worldwide, come from the US. So therefore, the US is a key zone for it. Facebook Marketplace worked a lot better in Australia, and it worked a lot better in the US also. Ireland was a bit tougher for Facebook Marketplace. The people, they're a bit more, what would you say? They weren't as trusting. So how do we do that as well? So we expand to new markets. We use a few different tools that I have to actually be able to open a store in a new country. And also we increase the amount of stores we have. On Etsy, I like to get each store to maybe making 1K profit per month each. That's the minimum. That's the benchmark. Some are making 2K, some are making 2.5. And if I've got 10 Etsy stores running in one go, that's doing 10K per month in profit on Etsy. Okay. We usually I'm really aiming to have 30 stores all running that 1K profit mark each. And then on eBay's the sky's the limit. Like one of my eBay stores done 15K, as you can see, last month in November. So that's the type of things you can aim for. And if you have 10 stores, so we just increase the store volume, and it's very easy to do. The thing about it, right, with Shopify, you really have all your eggs in one basket. You're depending on one store to bring in all your revenue and your profit, right? That store goes down, the ad account goes down, any bullshit, you get chargebacks, the next minute the Shopify's holding your money for months. It can really cripple you and just end the whole business in a matter of a week. Rather, if we lose one store, we should have 8 or 9 or 10 backing it up, right? So it doesn't even matter to us. We just build another store in 4 days. That's the thing. For you to find a winning product on Shopify could take months and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And then you might have the winning product, and 3 months in, it all goes to shit, and it literally could rinse your whole bank account in the matter. It's like trading, can rinse your whole bank account in a matter of weeks. Rather as us, it's low risk, high volume. So if anything drops off, it's okay. We've got loads of other ones backing it up. And that's why I love this business model so much. It's so much easier, so much less risk than Shopify. And it's a lot more rewarding, in my opinion, because a lot of the guys you see with Shopify, yeah, they've done millions and all that, but it took them a long time to get there. And they probably tested 200 products before they got there, So the monthly income goals. So say we want to reach 3 to 10K a month with this business model using these different platforms. Some people are good at Facebook Marketplace. Some people are good at Etsy, some people are good at eBay, but that's okay, because I know people doing 7 to 10K months on Facebook Marketplace. I know people doing 15K months on Etsy, and I know people doing 15K months on eBay, right? Basically someone like myself. This is how we really scale things. So I want you to get in your head, right? And I want you to realize that if you were trying to do all this work yourself, it's not really scalable, is it? Because for Q4, I managed 2 of my own stores, eBay's, especially the one that did 15K. That was one I was managing. And the thing was, I was getting swamped. I was swamped with orders, customer service, all of this, right? So how do we mitigate that? How do we make that easier for us? Well, we create the passive income system. How do we do that? Through AI automation. We use AI as much as possible for messaging. We use VAs to actually build stores for us. So create a team of VAs who will actually build the stores for us. And then when the stores are taken over, everything went successfully, it's kind of hitting the benchmarks. We pay the VAs to manage the stores and fulfill the orders as well out of the money from that store. So it kind of pays for itself. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to do. Now, to get here is not easy, right? To get this is it. Nothing for 3 to 10K a month is easy. You have to get the experience, you have to put in the time, and you really do have to put in the work. But when you get to this spot, it's sweet. You know what I mean? You're at a certain stage where, right, I've got money that I can literally pay a VA a couple of £100 to build me a new store that's going to generate me 1,000 to 2,500, 3,000 a month profit. So it's a no-brainer. But I think people really do with this business model. I always talk about the pros, but I'm going to talk about the cons as well, of course. I think people get to this stage, they get to this customer places order stage and order processing stage and all of this profit collection, but they don't do this stage. This stage is the most important. At the end of the day, as I said, we're in this to create a business. We put away 20K in November from these stores, 20K profit. You know what I mean? That's literally Shopify numbers. That's literally like 200K a month on Shopify with a 10% margin, which is what a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Any really successful guys. So we done that with just even the eBay stores and some Etsy stores, you know? So that's the type of thing you want to do. You want to be able to scale the business, right? You want to be able to create passive income so that you're not doing the heavy lift. That's the main thing. That's why we're all in this. But the only problem is people get to this stage and they don't push back here. And we have the blueprint on how to do it. So that's the business model. That's how I escaped my job. This is literally what I've been doing for the last 2 years. I've dabbled in Shopify, but to be honest, every time I've done it, it was a lot of logistics, managing a team, managing so much that it took some time off this. And I was just realized, like, why would I even bother with Shopify if I can create the same income most people have? You see someone doing 100K a month. I actually seen a screenshot, right, during Q4. Someone during Black Friday week, in a week, they done 108,000 euros in revenue. They lost 2,000 euros that week. So they done 108,000 euros in revenue, but the cost of the products, the cost of advertising exceeded that amount. So they were actually at a loss for that week. That can't happen with this business model. That's impossible to happen. You can't be at a loss. Everything is profit. There's no advertising. So you actually can't be at a loss. And that's why I love actually showing people how to do this, because it's safe. You know, it's so much safer than using Shopify. If I taught someone how to use Shopify, next month they lose 5K in the first month, they're going to think I'm the biggest dickhead ever, which I don't blame them. So if you do see a lot of dashboards saying 200K, 300K and all that, you have to remember that guy probably has a team of 6 people, right? The margin is probably 10%. So you got someone doing 200K at 10%, that's 20 grand. But he's probably got a team of 6 people. So you break that down, that's probably 3 grand going into their pockets a week. What do you think happens to that money? It goes back into the business because they need cash flow for next month. So like, you have to be aware that like, just because you see huge dashboards and all that doesn't make, like we have dashboards with 15K in a month, whatever, 30K, but you have to realize like, we're not paying for ads. So we're only paying for the cost of goods. We have about a 50-60% margin on that. So we're actually probably doing more than the Shopify guy who's doing 300K per month. Anyway, that's the business model. That's literally what's been working for all of us. That's what works in the first month for everyone that has joined. 95% of people get sales in their first month and they start making profit in their first month, you know? So yeah, without blabbing on too much, that's what we do. That's how it works. And that's the breakdown. And yeah, how I'll be continuing to move into 2026 and continuing the financial and location freedom. And if this is something that is very interested for you, if this is something that you would do, book a call in down below and work together and get to these months as well. So yeah. Thank you.